Honor to the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect that preaches truth sincerely across the four corners of the earth. This is another lesson through the Spirit and power of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. And Lord willing, this lesson be edifying to the hopeful elect, you know. And this a little part two to a video I did about 3 years ago, you know, called Pain of Sorrow versus the Pain of Regret, which is a quote by a Stoic. Oh, I could look up the Stoic real quick because the apostles did videos on this topic and other brothers, you know. Um, but hold on one second. This fucking phone low and slow as hell. Slow. But while it's low, and you know what inspired me to do this lesson was just something I was meditating on through the Spirit. Because right now we're in a state of feeling the pain of sorrow, the pain of suffering. You know, right now we're just in a state of suffering, laboring in this truth. Sacrificing. You know, enduring through trials and tribulations. Right now, through whatever we're going through, all of this is just the pain of suffering, man, which is something temporarily. You know, but the things to come is going to be eternal, man. And 2/3 of the nation of Israel, they're going to regret for a long time not being a part of this truth, not coming back to Yahweh Bashem Shah and um, um, repenting and serving Him. Um, you know, so they're going to have that pain of regret because right now, you know, they're in a settle at least state right now, man. You know, they're at they're in a rest, so to speak. You know, in the mind. They're pretty much comfortable with the conditions our people was in here in America. You know, so when the Lord does crash the society, destroy this place, and destroy their asses with their place, that's with this place. That's when they're gonna have that pain of regret, and that's a feeling that you don't want to feel, man. That's a feeling that we don't want to feel. Having the pain of regret of damn, I should have been a part of this, or you know, I should have studied more, or I should have did this more. I should have, you know, tapped in the spirit more. You know, because they once the day. I got a couple of scriptures, but I'm just trying to pull this up real quick. Uh, Here we go. All right, it's low and better now. Um, it's all right. I ain't about to the pain of discipline or suffer the pain of regret. That's how the quote go. Uh, it's all right. We all must suffer one of two pains: the pain of discipline, um, or the pain of regret. And that quote was by Jim Rohn. You know, so I'm gonna change the title of this lesson. But I'm gonna grab this real quick. This is Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse what's this? 12. It say, "For man also knoweth not his time as the fishes that are taken in the evil net. I mean, in the evil, yeah, in the evil net, and that's the birds that are caught in the snare. So are the sons of man snared in the evil time when it falleth suddenly upon them. So there it go. It said, no man doesn't know his time. So you don't know when your last day on earth gonna be. You don't know what situation the Lord might put you through. You know, but whatever you go through, you know, you don't want to be have the mindset of, damn, I wish I would have did enough for the Lord, or damn, I wish I would have repented and turned back to Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You don't want to have that pain of regret, because that's going to be a far more worse pain than the pain of discipline, which is but for a moment. You know, I'm gonna grab this real quick. This is Philippians chapter 2, verse 12. It say, "Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence only, but now much more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling." So there you go. Work out your own salvation with fear and trembling, because because you don't know what the Lord. You don't even know if you're part of the elect. You know. So that's why we get the Lord our best, get the Lord our all, and we hope to and strive to be a part of the elect, man, because we don't even know 100% if we're gonna make it or not, man. You know, but it'll be better if you was able to do everything you was able to do. You know, so and when the Lord does come back, or when the judgment does come, you can say, "Hey, I did everything I was able to do for the Lord." You know, um, I'm gonna grab this real quick. This is um, Second Corinthians chapter 4, verse 17. Well, 4 verse 16. It say, "For which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day." Right, and that comes with the discipline. That's that pain of discipline. You know, refraining yourself from the flesh and cleaving more to the spirit and giving more time and energy to the spirit. That's that discipline being applied, man. Which is painful, which is suffering, because you're in this flesh, and the flesh wants to do fleshy things. The flesh want to chill. The flesh want to have a fun, have a good time. The flesh don't want you to refrain yourself from fleshly things, man. It wants the flesh to continue to please the flesh, you know. But when you have the spirit, you have to do what you can to continue to please the spirit as much as you can, or more so continue to please the spirit more than the flesh, because you have to please the flesh to a certain extent. But it's supposed to be a balance with it, man. So that's what that pain of discipline is. But the pain of regret is you gave too much time to the flesh and not enough time to the spirit. Then boom, now you in the jam, or boom, now it's a shoulda, coulda, woulda. You know. It say, "For our light affliction, which is that pain of discipline, the trials and tribulations, the sufferings we're going through right now, which is but for a moment." So this is only for a moment. You just have to stay down for a moment, man. It may seem like a long time to you, but it's for a short period of time. It said, "Working for us a far more exceeding and eternal way of glory." So we're going to get a higher price for something that we're doing, which is little in the eyes of the Most High. We're going to get rewarded a higher price. You know, that's why it's important to fear. You know, it say, "While we look not at the things which are seen, but the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are seen are eternal." And that's what we strive to take part of. We want to take part in the eternal things, not the carnal, temporary things. We want to take part in the eternal things, man. So that's why we endure and suffer the pain of discipline now. So we don't have that pain of regret, because you'll have that, because if you don't receive the eternal things and you see elect members do, and you don't take part of it, then you gonna have that pain and regret because you wish you could have did something to take part of it, man. You know. So that was pretty much it. With that, I'm gonna close out, giving all praise and the glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem Kakodash, double honors to the positive elders, great men.